Hello, my friends. Welcome to my channel, Bringer of Light Intuitive. I'm Cindy, and I'm so glad you're here. Today, we are going to take a look at your angel reading for this week. And I do this every single Monday, Angel Reading Monday, I call it. And we take a look at angel cards, looking at your strength this week, your challenge, and whatever your heart is wanting you to know. So these are timeless. I saved there for the week, but they're actually timeless. So whenever you are coming across this reading, if it is for you, it will resonate. Take what resonates, leave anything that doesn't for someone else. And feel free to watch the last Monday's posted angel readings, because if something jumps out at you, or if you come across one that was posted weeks ago that tends to resonate for you or sounds like what you're going through, it's for you. Okay, so let's just jump in and let's get started. What is the angel reading for my friend watching this reading right now? What do they need to know? What is in their strength position this week? Thank you, angels. Thank you, guides. Thank you for the strength position for my friend watching this reading right now. In your strength is joy and contentment, and right away I'm feeling an energy of gratitude. So for me, I feel like your angels are saying, well done. This is in your strength position. They're acknowledging how you have really embraced joy and contentment where you're at right now. This is all about embracing where you are in the here and now, and really finding joy and contentment. Even if you are struggling in something, even if you are manifesting something in it and you're waiting for it to come into your experience. Even if you're wanting change, how you embrace the now and accept the now and find gratitude and joy for the now and all the things that are going right is, how we move forward and how we attract better and more and how we manifest our miracles, right? So your angels are saying, well done. This is your superpower this week, guys. What a great superpower to really be able to embrace joy and contentment right where you are and find all the things that are going right in your days that you can focus on you can focus on with gratitude, love, and appreciation. I love this. What is your heart wanting you to know this week? What does your heart want you to know? Woo! We have a couple of cards here. Your heart wants you to know about vulnerability and freedom, as well as expecting miracles. So your vulnerability and freedom is really, it's part of that joy and contentment, and really finding gratitude for the things that you're going through right now, the challenges that you maybe have been facing, the changes that it actually creates in you, and the ability to really, find your star. What is your heart saying? Being vulnerable and free to do exactly what your heart needs you to do, what is in your heart to do, embracing your truth, holding on to your truth. What is your truth in your heart telling you? Your heart is saying, expect miracles to unfold. This is asking and then expecting to, ask as in prayers, and expecting your prayers to be heard, expecting them to be answered, expecting miracles to happen right in front of you. And in order to do that, just really knowing this is like twofold, finding that light that's on the inside of you and being vulnerable, if it makes you feel vulnerable, but actually stepping into that self-awareness and that, I'm hearing all these things. Okay, so even if it makes you feel vulnerable, it's an actual freedom as well to really step into that, what your heart wants, your truth. Your power lies there. And your heart is saying, step into your power, step into your truth, honor your truth, Put up boundaries that honor your truth. And you may feel vulnerable, but it's also remembering where your North Star is. You are connected to the universe. You are connected to your angels. You are connected to your heart. You are connected to your intuition. And the more you become your most authentic self, yes, it can be vulnerable, but it can also bring freedom to step into that power of your most authentic self. And the more that you do that, the more miracles you will be attracting into your life, because you're in the state of joy and contentment that's sitting here looking at me right here from your strength position. It's allowing more joy. It's allowing more contentment. It's allowing miracles. It's understanding that you are connected to the universe, the big miracle in itself, and knowing that you're in that connection and being true to yourself, it increases that connection and it allows more miracles to come into your life, because you are more confident in expecting the miracles when you are more in tune with who you're connected to, as well as in tune with your most authentic self. And so your heart, I feel like, is saying it's a part of your strength this week. Your heart is saying, keep doing what you're doing. Keep acknowledging that. Keep being true to yourself. Keep being that most authentic self, but also keep acknowledging that you are connected to the universe. That's why you're here watching this reading. You are connected to the star. You are connected to the miracle. And put out your hands like a child asking daddy for presents. Not like the universe is some big Santa Claus waiting to give you presents, but seriously, you're connected to miracles. You are a manifester of miracles. And so, put out your hands and expect. And as you become more connected, as you become more acknowledging your connection and acknowledging who you are and the power that you have to create miracles with the universe, the more miracles you can expect. So I feel like your heart is saying, it's twofold. Your heart is saying, yes, keep doing what you're doing. Keep connecting. Keep listening to your intuition. Keep listening to your heart. Keep honoring your truth. But also, some of you may need to hear that, as in, do that, Really look inside and find that star. That star is on the inside of you. There's some light on the inside of you that wants to come out. And yes, it may feel vulnerable for you to really be honoring your truth, because a lot of times we hide who we really are for people-pleasing purposes, to make somebody else more comfortable, to make somebody else more happy. We hide who we are, and then we feel ashamed for that. And so it may feel vulnerable for you to really get in touch with that light that's on the inside of you, and really, your connection to the universe, and allowing that to come out, and allowing yourself to really embrace that, and to really expect the miracles that come from that. Yes, it can make you feel vulnerable, but yes, it's also freedom. And yes, it brings miracles like you've never seen. So I feel like for some of you, that is a message from your heart saying, keep doing that. You're doing great, and you are seeing more miracles unfold in your life and your experiences, and stepping into that power. And some of you, the message is step into that power and work on that. Whoops, these are upside down. So I have honesty and communication, really being honest with yourself and communicate with yourself. But if there's any honesty and communication that needs to happen to someone else in order for you to really step into and embrace your light and your authentic self and your truth, this is coming up for a reason. I hadn't asked the question yet, so I'm going to take this as a bonus and part of what your heart is saying. Your heart may be saying, there's some truth in there. It's time to come out. It's time for your heart. It's time for your light to shine. for some of you. And you may need to set boundaries to allow yourself to really step into that. And so that would be why there may be some communication, honest communication that needs to happen either to yourself or someone else. And this is, the honesty is just really being true to you and being honest about who you are, what you want, what your boundaries are, and telling that to whoever needs to hear it this week. Okay? Could be yourself. So let's see what your challenge is this week. That could be your challenge. I have inner child healing. So this all is what your heart is saying is all part of this inner child wounding that you've been maybe learning how to love that inner child. You maybe have been going through a period of healing that inner child, those wounds that have been there for so long. Maybe it's shame like we talked about earlier. And really, could be your challenge is really maybe stepping into your power and really you're knowing your truth and allowing your most authentic self to come out, because maybe it was like what I said earlier. Maybe you needed to see this because you've maybe put yourself aside for someone else or made yourself small for someone else. Maybe there's a people-pleasing thing that you're working on, and it's an actual inner child wounding that you're needing healed. And then you won't people please anymore, right? It's all about stepping into your power, your truth, and what is right for you. And no longer putting someone else's truth as a priority over your own. And this is part of this very important inner child healing and self-love that needs to take place. It's in your challenge energy this week, my friends. So give your inner child a hug. And know that whatever it is that you're going through, this really coming into your power and your light, it's time. It's time for your truth to come out. It's time for you to be your most authentic self. It's time for your light to shine. And it's time for you to look in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you. And look in the mirror and tell yourself it's time for your light to shine. Give yourself a hug and tell yourself, it is time for me to be my most authentic self. And we're going to do that. And even if it's just making that decision, even if you have no idea how to do this, you don't know what your next steps are, you don't know what that communication is, that honesty and communication that may need to come out, you don't know what that is, it's okay. Just give yourself a hug, give yourself some compassion, and just make the decision. You know what? I am not going to allow any treatment for us anymore that doesn't align with my truth, my values. I am going to embrace my inner child. I'm going to protect my inner child. I'm going to love my inner child. And just making that decision, just making the decision to be true to you, no matter what, from now on. And if you feel like somebody is draining your energy, or if you are feeling like some distance happening between you and somebody or something, it may be your inner child saying, this isn't aligning with my truth anymore. And you need to just be aware of that and say, okay, because maybe your body always tells you, right? Your energy always knows. So if there's something that you don't want to do and your body is feeling ugh about it, but you do it to people please, don't do that anymore. Make the choice to say, you know what? No, this isn't for me anymore. It doesn't feel good to me. It's not peaceful. I don't want to do that. And the more you do that, the easier it becomes. So somebody needed to hear that message today. I love you guys. I'll see you next Monday for Angel Reading Monday, okay? Feel free, like I said, to go back and watch any others that may jump out at you. The title, anything. They are timeless for you. So if it resonates for you, take it, okay? And if this one resonates, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. And I would love for you to subscribe and be part of my community. Have a really great week. I'll see you next week.